afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender. It's all about the young police from Jamaica. See Young Police Channel. Big up yourself. Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of.
If you're tired of seeing criminals get away with murder, tired of hearing excuses for the wicked, then it's time to take action. Hit that subscription button now and stay in the loop with the Jamaica Young Police Channel. We are not here to sugarcoat. We are here to expose the truth, injustice, and make sure the real heroes get the recognition they deserve. Don't wait for the change. Be the change. Subscribe, like, and let's make some noise and hold those criminals accountable. Justice in action, speak up. Crime must fall. And remember that we have go inside the description box and you'll see various links to various things for the Jamaica Young Police Channel. JamaicaYoungPoliceChannel.com, where you will see articles and stuff like that. Those who like to read, and we continue to give you guys exceptional material over here. So, moving on. Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. For years we have been telling the gunmen them that the phone is a two-way radio. Not only the gunmen them, but we are telling the youth them, say, look here, let's change your ways. Think positively. Get a trade. Go back to school. Do something with your life, because being a gunman not going to make it anymore. The days of you instilling fear and killing people and getting away with it and you can't live long, those days are over. We're in a different era. Yeah, what's a different era? You understand what I'm saying? Like a Young Police Channel, we celebrate justice. Anytime police kill criminals, gunmen, murderers, we celebrate. And when I tell it, we celebrate because that's justice. When the police neutralize gunmen and dismantle criminal networks, we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel don't mourn, we celebrate. Why? Because that means law and order just won a battle. And the people of Jamaica are a little safer than they were the day before. We love it when the bad guys have a bad day. It's just simple as that. Because for too long, they have been giving decent law-abiding citizens sleepless nights. These gunmen, thugs and criminal parasites don't hesitate to pull the trigger on innocent people. They leave mothers wailing, children fatherless, and entire communities living in fear. So when justice catches up with them, whether in a courtroom or in a firefight, we cheer for the brave men and women of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica Defence Force who risk their lives to protect the rest of us. So let's be clear. This isn't about bloodlust. It's about justice. It's about knowing that those who terrorize communities, traffic in fear, and turn neighborhoods into war zone are finally being held accountable. We refuse to romanticize criminals. We are not here to glorify murderers at their funerals to justify gunmen actions with tired excuses or to pretend that they were just victims of the system. No. They made their choices, and when you pick up the gun and point it at a fellow Jamaican, you have written your own ending. So yes, when criminals fall and the police rise, we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel continue to celebrate. because it means good is still fighting back. And in a country where too many people have been conditioned to stay silent or celebrate wrong, we proudly choose to stand on the side of what's right. One less gunman, one more day of peace at Jamaica. Five more day of peace at Jamaica. So we celebrate. Yeah, man, and the police send them straight to the department. I mean, them forget gunshot. I just saw it go. And no apologies about that. So we are telling we're criminal. Say Jamaica, a nation in crisis where criminals are glorified and the innocent live in fear. Because in Jamaica, we have a culture where them say informer for dead. But we at the Jamaica young police and say informer for live and gunman for dead. As I said before and I say again, I have never taken a brown envelope to gun court in all of my years as a detective, as a police officer. Because the criminal I'm dealing with them are dangerous, but hey, them kill all baby. I mean, I'm crazy, I couldn't allow them to make them kill me. You're mad? No, sir. And I wasn't trained to send people to KPH. I was trained to neutralize them. So Jamaica is one of the most naturally beautiful places on earth, blessed with rich culture, vibrant music, and people known for their resilience and creativity. But behind the postcard, perfect beaches and reggae rhythms, lies a deep troubling reality. A nation where criminality has become entangled with identity, and lawlessness is disturbingly normalized in many communities. In far too many Jamaican households and inner city corners, criminals are not condemned, they are celebrated. Young boys grow up idolizing gunmen, not because they are ignorant, but because the society offers them few alternatives. These dons are seen as providers, protectors, and power brokers in areas long abandoned by the states. And so, instead of aspiring to be engineers, teachers, entrepreneurs, doctors, police, lawyers, or even a tradesman, many Jamaican youths are groomed by their environment to become the next don, the next killer, extortionist, or neighborhood tyrant. This warped ambition to become feared rather than respected or loved has devastating consequences. These young men often prove their worth by violating the human rights and taking the lives of their fellow Jamaicans. The gun becomes their voice and bloodshed becomes their legacy. The social fabric of our nation is ripped apart daily by this unchecked culture of violence, and yet we are told to respect the rights of the very individuals who show no regards for the rights of others. And here lies a painful paradox. While we must uphold the rule of law and the fundamental human rights of every citizen, including those accused or suspected of crimes, we must also never allow this respect for rights to become a shield for criminality. Justice cannot mean silence in face of terror. Respecting a killer's rights should never mean ignoring the cries of his victims. Our legal and political system has too often been weaponized in favor of criminals. Activist groups funded by foreign interests routinely rush to defend the rights of gunmen while families bury their innocent loved ones in silence. Politicians play both sides, offering platitudes to victims while quoting the votes and influence of criminal networks behind closed doors. This double standard is not just hypocrisy, it's betrayal. We must confront a harsh truth. Jamaica has a glorification problem. Dancehall artists glorify the badman style in their lyrics. Social media influencers promote gang culture under the guise of entertainment. Even funerals have become grand parades for murderers, complete with gun salutes, motorcades, a hero worship, sending a loud and clear message to the next generation. Being a killer, bring respect. But respect built on blood is counterfeit. It destroys families, communities, and the soul of a nation. What Jamaica needs now more than ever is a cultural and moral reckoning. We must unlearn the dangerous narrative that violence is power and that crime is a legitimate path to survival. Our leaders must reject association with criminal networks. Our artists must recognize the influence of their words, and our communities must begin to uplift those who serve, build, and protect, not those who destroy. To the Jamaican youth, you are not destined to be a Don. You are destined for greatness, but only if we as a society stop rewarding wickedness and start investing in righteousness. Enough is enough, man. It's time to stop glorifying murderers and start honoring the people who sacrifice daily to make Jamaica a better place. Justice, peace, and progress cannot thrive in the same soil where criminals are allowed to plant their roots. Let us steer them out, root and stem, and reclaim Jamaica. So the JSAF heroes, them file a contract killing. 5 gunmen sent straight to the departure alone. 4 guns recovered in Jack Sills standoff. In a dramatic and high-risk operation that showcased both courage and professionalism, members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, CTAC, intercepted and thwarted what was intended to be yet another bloody execution ordered by criminal elements. Thanks to swift intelligence-led policing, a planned contract killing was stopped in its tracks, and 5 dangerous individuals believed to be involved in the plot was fatally shot, sent straight to the departure lounge. A fierce gun battle with law enforcement officers on Jackson Road, St. Andrew, on Monday, July 21st, 2025. Around 12:40 p.m., officers assigned to the Counter-Terrorism and Organized Crime Investigations Branch were conducting investigations in a suspected murder for hire operation. The intelligence had led them to a premises in the upscale Jackson community, an area not traditionally associated with gun battles, but increasingly being used as hideouts and operation points for contract killers. Upon their arrival, the police came on an immediate and heavy gunfire, a clear indication of the criminal gang's preparedness to carry out lethal violence, not just against their intended targets, but against the very officers seeking to prevent the bloodshed. The officers responded with control and precise force, defending their lives and neutralizing the threat. When the gunfire ceased, 5 men were found suffering from gunshot wounds. They were rushed to the hospital where they were pronounced, straight to the departure lounge. They received a ticket at the check-in point at Kingston Public Hospital, where they received their ticket from the officer there straight to the departure lounge. Weapons of war recovered. This is no ordinary confrontation. It was calculated, high risk, organized. The weapons recovered at the scene underscore the firepower that these criminals were armed with: 1 M16 rifle, 1 12-gauge shotgun, 1 chip Glock 9mm pistol, 1 Taurus 9mm pistol. These are not weapons for protection. These are weapons of war, designed for mass casualty and close quarter assassinations. The presence of such firepower in civilian hand is a stark reminder of the threat facing not just the police but every law-abiding Jamaican. Fugitive is on the run that I want what we call bloodstain. While 5 assailants were neutralized, a 6-man escaped the scene and is now a subject of an intense manhunt in connection with the ongoing investigation. Courtney Ashley, otherwise known by the alias Bloodstain or Alien, is being urged immediately to report to CTAC headquarters. The public is being asked to play a role in securing our communities by assisting with any information that can help bring this case to full resolution. Tips can be reported to CTAC 876-967-1389, Crime Stop 311, National Intelligence Bureau 811, or the nearest police station. Justice, accountability, and oversight. As is standard with any police use of lethal force, the matter has been reported to Independent Commission of Investigation INDICOM and the Inspectorate and Professional Standard Oversight Bureau of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The JCF remains fully committed to transparency, accountability and the rule of law, even as they risk their lives daily to confront Jamaica's most dangerous criminals. The bigger picture, why this matters? This is more than a shootout, it's a battle for the soul of Jamaica. The men neutralized were a part of a growing criminal ecosystem that profits from fear, silence and bloodshed. They were not corner boys or pickpockets, they were contract killers, executioners for hire, willing to trade lives for money. Their presence in a quiet residential community like Jacksonville proved that criminality knows no geographic or socio-economic boundaries. It is not just confined to the inner cities. It's organized, mobile and increasingly bold. So we should tell you all the while, you know, it's the people them who have the degree them are the real criminal, you know. You think these men could have leave from the inner city to reach uptown and stay in a big house, Airbnb, who pay for it? So the police are supposed to do some investigation and find out whose credit card behind, because there's an ex-rich man do that uptown for kill him other friend. Business, when I call the people them name because we weren't authorized to do that. And when I call, you understand what I'm saying? But Monday's operations prove something else. The JCF is equally bold, determined, and relentless. When properly supported and resourced, our police officers are more than capable of dismantling these operations and restoring peace. A call to national unity. Every Jamaican, whether uptown or downtown, round town, country, in the diaspora or on the island, has a role to play. The fight against crime is not just the responsibility of the police, it's the responsibility of all Jamaicans who want a future for their children that is not ruled by fear or firepower. Support the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Share information. Stand up against criminal. Don't let Jamaica become a nation ruled by murderers disguised as heroes. The tide is turning, but only if we continue to push back. I will say before and we say again, we at the Jamaica Young Police and we celebrate entire criminals are sent to the departure lounge. So we just hope, and we are beg bloodstain, nobody turn in yourself, you know. Just make the police, when the police them come, you just do your thing so them can send us straight to the departure lounge so we can celebrate over here. Because you know, so we don't like criminals. Criminals must live in a fear of losing their lives, not the law-abiding citizens. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.